Folks, I'm being told we're just about ready to get going, so give it up for the Queen of Screams herself, Abby's Corner, running Resident Evil 4 Biohazard NMG New Game Plus. Abby, it's all you.
Hi, everybody. Yes, I hope you're ready for spooky times before noon, because that's what we have is spooky times before noon. But I'm not alone. I've brought friends. With me today, I have the wonderful Danjerus.
Hello.
Yes, and I also have brought the wonderful Aliceatwonnderlandgames with me as well.
Hi, everyone.
Yes. So they're going to be helping me throughout the run. Prepare for laughter, because that's totally going to be a thing. I'm warning you all right now.
That's not an accurate warning. What you need to warn them is Abby is going to break out into hysterical giggle fits multiple times throughout this run, while she will be rendered incapable of speaking. That's why Alice and I are here. And it's already started.
Yeah, Abby brings commentators to play the game in hard mode.
Yeah, that's actually a really good way of putting it. Now, if you're ready.
Yes. So in 3, 2, 1, begin the run.
Luck.
Of course, this is the 2023 remake of the 2005 classic, where a lot of the things are left intact. Also, this is the villain costume that you would get in the deluxe edition. So yes,
I
Leon's
thought
just running through the
Leon
woods.
was the good guy, though, wasn't he?
I don't know, was he?
But
You be the judge.
Oh my God, was Sadler the good guy? That throws everything. Actually, that's a really wicked way to look at things.
Indeed. So you may have noticed that I just turned off auto aim, and that's because auto aim is terrible in this game. And when Leon's opening the door there, you can't skip that. So that's the perfect time to do it because you won't be able to screw up your movement.
I also thought that cat ears were only for good looks, but apparently they're for something else.
You get infinite ammo with the cat ears.
Another reason to pick up cat ears.
Yeah, you can only get the cat ears if you beat the game on a new game file on professional. And I think that's the one you have to get an S rank, right?
S plus.
Or S plus rather. S plus, yeah. Because there's the one for S plus, and then there's one for no using any new game plus weapons, but I think that gives you the Chicago sweeper. Or
I thought Chicago sweeper was hardcore. I thought.
Anyways, you get things for beating the game on different modes with different challenges, and yeah, that's I don't remember what they are. I did them a long time ago, and I haven't really played a whole lot of the game since I ran it, so.
Yeah. Also, you'll constantly see me switching between weapons because that's the exact weapon I need next. We're only going to see the sniper rifle once, because did you know you can shoot the bell?
What? That was such a cool little Easter egg
right.
that they put in there. I'm so happy they put that in.
Yes.
It's canonically inaccurate because Ada rings the bell, but a nice little Easter egg for people. It's not really semantics, but yeah, you know.
Words, what are they?
So this is the Village Siege. This is the definitive run killer, and the hard reset point. Village resets is a thing because of this moment right here. But on New Game Plus, you just whip out the sniper, shoot the bell, and that ends the whole siege.
Here we go.
Yes. Also, while the bell is ringing, you wait for the second bell in order to blow out that window. Why? Because it's Chapter 5 setup. Yeah, that's right. We're only on the first chapter of the game, but guess what? We're already setting up for 4 chapters from now. As we continue on here, we're also sticking with the rocket launcher because we need to destroy more windows, because who likes windows, right?
I hate windows.
So you want to hit back there. You want to make sure you hear that little ting. That's the lock being broken. And then the game really wants you to pay attention to the cowman coming through. But because we have use of Leon, we can just, skip looking at him and climb the window.
What, cowman?
Exactly.
We never saw him, so it doesn't count. But yeah, the developers added a bunch of these like intended shortcuts that you're not gonna find as a casual player on your first playthrough. But if you have played through the game already and you, oh, nice. So that was a tripwire. You're supposed to duck around that, but I guess Abby just wanted to eat that with her face instead. So
She wanted to start the off bang.
Excellent. But yeah, so they there's like a bunch of developer intended shortcuts there, and shooting lock off the door through that window is actually one of them. You're not gonna find that as a casual player, but if you know where to look as you're going through playthroughs two and beyond, you know where to go for that, and that can cut out a significant portion of running around and traversing through that area backward from the way we ran it just now.
It's been one of my consistently favorite things about the RE series is the little shortcuts they put in.
Agreed. And they put a massive one in separate ways that is so nice because it skips a whole bunch of forced cutscenes.
So, one thing there, if you don't hug the right wall, that woman with the pitchfork will charge at you, which is like a heat-seeking missile that'll play a mini cutscene. But by hugging the wall, it stops, so it's like, huzzah. So that's why I could keep the rocket launcher in, and then for the setup for Chapter 2, we immediately switch to the shotgun again, although I will be using it to attack the door, because guess what? More locks.
Speaking of Chapter 2, do we have time for a quick donation?
Absolutely.
Fantastic, because, folks, we have $250 from Highly Incompetent.
Whoa.
Yeah, they say, I've spent countless hours watching these runners and commentators over the years. Thank you all for keeping me sane while I work, and thank you Variety for putting this together. This dono is for RE4 because all good boys deserve to be saved. And speaking of, that donation rocketed us past that donation incentive. We are going to be saving the dog. It has also rocketed us to $500 met in just the first few hours of this marathon. Folks, that is incredible. We are already a quarter of the way to our goal for Planned Parenthood Federation of America. And also, we have more stuff to look forward to. We have a donation incentive for Twilight Princess making the runner's Jotwad. And if you never heard of Jotwad, look it up. It's really good.
Or put your money toward the incentive and you can watch it here.
Absolutely.
So one of the funny things about the start of the chapter is Leon goes, "They took my gear," immediately communicates with the United States government. Are you sure they took your gear, sir? I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be talking to the United States government if that was the case. And now here's the
as long as you have your
first
cell
trick.
phone, as long as you have your cell phone, you can talk to them. You just have to start talking. They're always listening.
So this right here, you have to do it 4 times on console. For some reason, PC gets to do it 3 times. Because, meh. And then skip there. And then make sure not to be pressing the left analog stick, otherwise it'll rearrange your inventory, possibly. Kind of terrible. And then the merchant is just chilling here. We're not gonna say hi to him, ever. But welcome to the canyon! Hope you're all ready for an unforgettable explosions.
So now
Yeah.
when the merchant calls us stranger, he's being serious?
Yes. Anyways, welcome to Red Mist Valley. It's called Red Mist Valley because there's a ton of enemies that throw dynamite here, and if you are standing underneath that, or over the top of that dynamite when it goes off, you just become a puff of red mist. Hence Red Mist Valley. Luckily on New Game Plus, all of this stuff is pretty inconsequential, but it is, if you're playing New Game Professional, this is one of those places where you don't make it out of here a lot.
It's reset spot number 2. Okay,
Aw.
game. Thanks. That was weird. But yes, you'll notice that I shot a hat man before shooting the window, and that's because by shooting that hat man, it changes a bunch of enemy positions that are far more reasonable for us. So definitely make sure you shoot that guy. Otherwise, you'll have an even more difficult time. Hooray!
Was that the hatchet guy that used to clip you out of bounds?
The hatchet guy that clips you out of bounds is at the top. That was around 1.5, I think, is when they stopped it. But yeah, if you were to jump over the barricade and he throws the hatchet at the same time, it would put you out of bounds. Happened to me once. It was
I actually
kind of
had
like,
no idea. I had no idea that was a thing.
Yeah, it was very, very early on. And thank God it was patched, because getting that out of bounds was literally like, hi, reset now, please.
Whoa!
Okay, not exactly what I wanted, but good. So the reason I shot there was because I was trying to actually hit him, because it takes her off the stairs, making it easier to climb the stairs. And then we have a tripwire coming up where hopefully I won't mess it up this time. We'll have to wait and see. Also avoid all these bear traps.
We
Enemies
will
can
wait
get
and
caught in
see.
bear traps. For whatever reason, he also
Hey.
doesn't follow you in the house. I don't know why he doesn't follow you in the house, but he doesn't.
His AI is arena limited. His AI line is right at his doorway, so he's now de-aggroed because he can't path you anymore.
Fair enough.
Have you seen how big he is? I don't think he fits in the house.
That's another good point. That's the canon reason for it.
Mendez would be angry if you cut his house up, so makes sense. Now we switch back to the rocket launcher for the start of chapter 3. And this puzzle can be quite a pain on console, but if you sort of follow this pattern, you're pretty much safe.
I hate this puzzle so
Some
much.
runners didn't know how to do it on controller for quite a while. But yeah, that puzzle sucks. And now is everybody ready to save the dog? Because it's time to save the dog.
Oh, love the dog.
They put the dog so
Brian, would
much
you like
later.
to name the dog?
Absolutely. The dog's name is Jeffrey Stein.
Okay.
Let's go save Jeffrey Stein.
I kind of want to know where that name came from, but all right, let's go save Jeffrey.
It came from my brain right now when I panicked. It's one word, Jeffrey Stein.
So, fun fact, saving the dog, if you were doing any percent new game, is actually a big detriment, because he can reset the El Gigante's health, because he'll show up about halfway through the fight, but he'll heal the El Gigante. So it's like, oh no. But we have a rocket launcher, so who cares?
Why is he healing El Gigante?
So
I don't know.
It's a balancing issue that they wanted to account for, because the dog is meant to distract El Gigante during the fight, so that he takes a little bit of heat off of you. Nice, well placed rocket breaks a lock there to save a little bit of time. But by adding the dog back in, that kind of distracts.
Crap! I was too high.
Oh darn!
Wait, that was the tower they were supposed to jot wad off of. Now what are we gonna do?
Oh no! Now we can't Jodwad.
What watchtower are we supposed to jump off and die now?
Oh no.
It's actually funny, in the original they don't destroy that watchtower, but in the remake they were like, yeah, this watchtower can go. And they just nuke it for whatever reason.
It's to keep us from going back the way we came. Shortcuts. Something.
I mean, they could have very easily just locked the door, but go off, King.
I don't know. It's their response. I don't know. I'm trying to come up with excuses, but they're making it more difficult. Okay.
I don't think locking the door is as, explosive of a reason.
It's not. That is true.
There we go. Hunnigan's gonna call us. Also, if you're wondering why I keep pausing when Hunnigan calls, unlike Resident Evil 3 Remake, where the radio calls don't cause the IGT to go up, unfortunately, these ones do. And if you're not paused, you have to hold down triangle to skip things, which means we're just losing a ton of time.
Yeah, you can skip these little mini cutscenes that play between these running sections by either holding down the skip button, or you can pause the game and skip it that way. And pausing the game saves about a second to a second and a half per cutscene, and these play all over the game, so it's ends up being quite a lot of time saved.
And 2 for 1 special, 2 for 1 special.
Nice, good shot.
Okay, that's the third one I've run into.
Why do you keep running into these?
I don't know.
You are supposed to stop and flip the switch so the tripwire retracts, and you
It's
keep
a nice. It's
throwing
a
your face
blinky
into them.
light. It's a pretty sound. You know, I get it. I get it, Abby.
I'm gonna keep it 100% with you. I thought that was intentional. If you had said nothing, I would have assumed that's the.
Oh yeah,
optimal
no,
route.
this is an RNG manip for the key section coming up somehow.
Yeah,
I mean,
retracting
I am
those are slow.
lowering my DA the entire time I do that, so...
That's true, and when you have an infinite rocket launcher, DA matters. I guess we should probably explain what DA is for the folks at home that don't know. So DA means difficulty adjustment. It's an in-game mechanic that the developers added to change the game's difficulty dynamically based on how well you're performing. So the better you play, the harder the game gets. It's an awful system they introduced in the original RE4, and they keep doubling down and re-adding it to every other RE game that comes out, and it's awful.
Indeed.
All right, there's a tripwire right here. Abby's gonna run face first into it. Aw, darn. You made me a liar, Abby.
Oh, no. And then here's our first reset. So what we're going to do is reload the autosave, which sets everybody back to their original positions. You are allowed to do this. You have to, it has to be the autosave. If you reload another save, it invalidates the run because it'll copy whatever IGT that save was. They really did a nice job with the IGT in this game. This game probably
Agreed.
has the best IGT in the entire franchise. As we run
Agreed.
past Mr. Cowman. Am I gonna get stabbed by the Mr. Scythe Man there? Nope, we're good. And now comes the next major run killer. It's a giant lizard.
Del Taco.
Hooray.
Okay, so we're all gonna
Indeed.
go to Del Taco.
We're going to Del Taco.
Yeah, we'll see y'all in a bit.
They have free Shavaka, dude.
All right, so the fun thing about this fight is if you don't kill it in phase 1, restart the fight. It's faster to restart the fight than it is to go to phase 2 or phase 3. But did
Abby
you
has
also
faith-
know there's an even quicker kill?
Ooh.
Oh God, yeah. We don't talk about that one.
We don't talk about Del Taco even quicker.
We also don't talk about Bruno.
Can I share, speaking of Del Taco, what Abby said to me when I joined the production call this morning?
Oh, please do.
I was told, "Hey, Pride, are you prepared to potentially see Jesus?" So that was concerning.
I want to believe that you at that point stopped and said, "Are you threatening me?"
Oh, we don't even need context, Abby. That's the end of the sentence.
Because I have context if you want it.
No, there's no context.
Hey, Pride, you want to die?
Uh-oh.
Oh, thank God.
Fan of
Hey!
God.
Got it. Got it without the dive. GG's.
Sandbagging for content. Not even close.
Anyways,
Okay.
Part of the reason why you want to do that fight in one cycle is because if El Gigante does what we call the dive, he actually recoups some health, and it can take a lot longer to kill him if you let him do that. That's part of the reason why restarting the fight's actually faster than just trying to continue through to phase 2.
Somebody asked in chat, can they donate for context? Absolutely.
Yeah,
Okay,
if you
yeah.
donate asking for context, I will share it.
Dang, that guy had a big headache.
Indeed. And the reason I shot at the wall is because it interrupts the cutscene, because that guy has a cutscene that you can't move through unless you shoot first. So that's why that happened. But yes, we have now been introduced to the Los Plagas.
Some kind of shrine.
And then we have to go get some heads. So that's what we're gonna do. Hey,
Not
Pride,
saying
while I
it.
go...
That's another one that needs a little bit of context, Abby.
Nope. No context needed.
Oh, now we're running into
Oh,
walls.
no.
All right. I am actually going to give some context here. This is for a puzzle, in case anybody is not quite understanding what's happening here. One of the puzzles that they added in the remake, I don't think there's any version of this in the original, is you have to go get two heads of statues that you're going to install at the gate or at the altar to get the emblem insignia thing that gets you into the church. And so we have to run through these areas that are infested with Ganados and enter the solution to a puzzle that you can find on the walls. Luckily, Abby already knows the solution, so it's very easy to do that.
Mm-hmm. Also, the guy that I shot there, he'll set the bridge on fire. We don't want the bridge on fire, so that's why I shot him like that. Because we can run back over it and just jump down as a little shortcut.
And I
So we
get to
have-
sing. I don't get to sing "This Bridge is on Fire."
I was going to make that exact joke. We are sharing the brain cell today. Incredible.
Okay. I'm
Also,
okay with sharing the
Pride.
brain cell if you are.
While I make our way across the lake, are there any donations or anything that you would like to say?
Absolutely. I have $10 here from Bonita Lisa, who is throwing their hat in the ring for that wonderful art print. Just a reminder, we do have that raffle for the Knights of Hollowness by Little Tuffy art print. You can see that on the schedule. It is gorgeous. It's only a $10 donation to get your hat in the ring for that. Just make sure that whenever you are donating, you are adding both a raffle and an incentive. Speaking of incentives, our Jotwad incentive is a little unique, I am told. It is, on the schedule it says $150 for all runners to Jotwad. What they do not tell you is that it is $50 for all 3 runners separately. So while you are donating for that, you can choose to make Orcrist, Arju, or Link do a Jotwad separately. So we have a potential for some very funny triple Jotwad action coming up.
Here I was thinking they were all gonna have Link Dotwad.
Well, Link 1183 controlling Link will have to Jotwad.
All right, so now we're going to put them all in, but also here's something that I just learned like 2 days ago.
Same mark. Church.
By mashing the button, you can skip him talking about things and like not
Really?
being able to move. Yep.
I did not
by
know that. That's
mashing
cool.
X. Yeah, there's a couple of spots where you can do that, as we will see. So now that we have the key, we have a boss fight to get ready to. And then also, unfortunately, see a dog that's gonna mutate. It's not the one we saved. It's not Jeffrey. So that's a thing. But
Oh no, it's
dog is
Jeffrey
gonna
Stein.
mutate.
All one word. Apparently,
All one word.
all one word. Oh yeah, this is El Gigante is coming up. So as we re-enter that arena that we ran through before, if you walked through that arena in your first playthrough and you went, this looks like a fight. Yeah,
It is.
It's just not when you expected it.
I am skipping the cutscene here, but one thing that I like how they changed it is that it's a what I call a Gloria Las Plagas man, sort of like getting him agitated and ready to fight, which was a nice touch, rather than a bunch of guys just
Let's get to that church.
pulling him out.
Yeah, that enemy is called the Red Zealot.
Yeah, and I will continue to call him the Gloria Las Plagas man, and you can't stop me.
I'm not trying to stop you. I'm just saying.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Gloria Las Plagas, GLAP, right? You can just call him Galp.
All right, so here's the dog. There is a way to skip this. I haven't quite figured out how it works. I'm going to knock him down so he doesn't bother us. There we go, and now we can get into the church. There we go.
Also, whatever the opposite of a shout out is to Capcom for removing the jewel puzzle behind the church. I like that puzzle. They removed
I'm
it.
here to help.
I mean, it comes back if you're separate waysing.
Well, yeah, but main game.
Also, did you know you could skip the intro to this too by mashing buttons? Because, haha!
Nice. Wow. How? Oh, I'm gonna have to go back and mess with that.
Like I said, I found this like 2 days ago or something like that.
Yeah, this is the new and improved glass stain puzzle from the original. Not that the original was bad, but this one I think is a little bit more dynamic and a little bit more interesting. You have to rotate each one on its own.
This one is so much
axis.
better.
Yeah.
Ashley, you in there?
And then we go get Ashley.
I haven't gotten over the red eyes yet.
Leon's eyes in that cutscene. Good God.
I saw some rumblings in the chat earlier about this just being Fortnite because we were running from a storm. And I could swear that this is just a Fortnite skin. I've seen this, but I don't play the game, but I've seen this skin before.
Also, some of you might be wondering why Ashley's in a suit of armor. That's not just for cosmetics. When Ashley's in a suit of armor, she cannot be grabbed by the Ganados. And normally she will be, if they grab her, they can pick her up and carry her through an exit, and that counts as a death. So by putting her in a suit of armor, they can't pick her up because apparently, I guess, suits of armor are heavy.
Indeed.
But you can
However,
still boost her up on your shoulders, so don't worry about that.
Yep.
True.
However, there are 4 doors in the game where it will treat her as if captured if she is grabbed at a specific moment that you go through that door.
True.
So it is something to be aware of. But we don't need to worry about Ashley right now. She's fine. Everything's fine. Ashley is so much better in this game than she is in the original. Also, did you know you can find her broken phone and she gets very sad about it? You can find her broken phone.
I did not know that, and I'd be really sad about my broken phone too.
I feel like that's meant to be like a girl-coded moment, but yeah, I think anybody would be sad that their phone is broken.
Yeah.
She mentions how she just got it too.
I would be mad as well, yes.
Yeah.
There is an infestation of mutated biological specimens around us, but let's get upset about the phone. Yeah.
Mutated biological specimens are not a reason to not doom scroll Twitter.
Oh, don't worry. If it was a Nokia, it wouldn't have broken.
True.
So here we go, opening the door. Now you're going to notice that the little thing in the corner, now I'm going to redo, because that's one of the doors that I mentioned where if she gets picked up, it's going to treat her as if she was captured, despite the fact that they immediately drop her.
Yeah, I think that's a developer oversight rather than like an intentional thing to have, because like the developers intended for enemies to drop her, so I think that they just kind of goofed and forgot to fix these little moments where she can potentially get carried away. It's really weird seeing like just a regular Ganado carry her through a door in just a vanilla game when she's got that suit of armor on, because it's just like that's never supposed to look like that.
Indeed. So board up that window because no, just no. And now break the other windows while also shooting people. Because the way this works is we need to kill enemies. They can't live. I don't know how long it's timed for, but the faster we kill them, the faster this goes. Do I know how many enemies need to die? Absolutely not.
Yeah, it's not timed. It's per enemies that die. There's actually a manip you can do that's a little bit. It's kind of tricky, but you can basically shoot a rocket through each of the 3 windows and fast cycle the that first wave to run in from the left there. But it's a little bit finicky and it doesn't always work immediately. This is a much safer way to do it.
Also, enemies like to flinch at the rocket, so that's why I'm using the shotgun so much, because there was one time where I was on PV pace, and, you know, they were like, no, we're just gonna flinch the entire time and be off screen, and I was like, oh, okay then. I'm not salty at all, I swear.
So yeah, you kill a specific number of enemies, and they cutscene plays where they put ladders on the outside. So now the enemies can come in not only just through these 3 windows here, but also through the upstairs areas. And the cabin sequence ends when a bowlman spawns in, and as soon as he dies, that's when the village siege or the cabin siege ends. So Abby's trying to shoot through the window.
It's usually like one enemy afterwards for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, interesting.
Does anybody want to show up there? Or sometimes it's just a matter of time. I guess Lewis.
Look,
must
our
have been
knight in
killing
shining
somebody
armor.
instead. Indeed, Ashley saves the day. And then we have the final chapter of the village. This can get pretty hectic. We're actually coming up on another door where we'll treat her as if she was caught, but it's actually pretty hard for it to happen because, you know, bear traps are everywhere.
Final chapter of the village. I thought you were playing RE4.
I was trying to find a way to sneak in a village joke.
Ha ha ha
Ha
ha.
ha 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 ha.
So here we go.
That's so kind of them
Now
to
we
trigger
need-
the bear trap for you.
Indeed. So, again, if she were to get grabbed right as I open that door, it would treat her as, oh, she's caught. But, we're good. Now, in the original RE4, you had a choice to go against the Chainsaw Sisters and a bunch of villagers or another El Gigante. That is not the case here.
Sure is quiet.
You deal with the Chainsaw Sisters. And they're gonna say hi soon, but first I'm going to explode these people, and then explode right there to knock out the lock. Shooting the door directly will not knock out the lock. It's kind of weird. Yay, I didn't knock out that lock, even though I pretty much hit the door,
I'm
but okay.
surprised that didn't work, but all right.
Well,
So those were the Chainsaw Sisters. They are no longer.
Emphasis.
Were. That is why I said were. But yeah,
So there we go.
It is a little weird that they took away that option for you, but I guess because you already fought at an El Gigante, they were like, all right, you don't need to fight another one. We'll have you fight the Chainsaw Sisters instead.
I mean, we will fight another El Gigante, because they add another
True.
one that was never there before. So here's the thing. If they hit me, we restart this wind-up.
Ah.
Oh.
See, the safe strat is to throw a flash nade right before you start this, and the flash nade animation that enemies stumble back on lasts just the same length as it takes to turn this wheel all the way around.
Normally, Ashley's not right beside me. So, and then she was there. And also, if they go for a grab, they won't hit you, but if they push you, punch you, hit you with their
You did well back
weapon, it's like, oh, it completely
this isn't the
resets.
first time running
Yay!
freeze.
Also, I hope you're ready for Mendez Hill, because Mendez Hill is coming.
Yeah, this
So,
will be our first
fun
time actually
fact,
seeing Mendez.
Fun fact about Mendez here. He doesn't care that Ashley's in armor. Grab, game over.
That's because Mendez is like 7'12" and can lift like 800 pounds by himself.
That would be 8 feet, but okay.
Thank you, Abby. I am aware of this. That is the joke, actually.
Mendez is 8 feet. No wonder he's so strong.
Again, you run.
This has been a
But
zombie.
yeah, that was Mendez Hill.
Job.
And now we're actually gonna fight Mendez proper.
Indeed. He
Also
has 2
Me-
phases.
Yeah, Mendez fight is so much better in the remake.
Yes. Come on. Tap dancing days
There we
are
go.
over. Yep. Now, you'll notice that it has Ashley crouched there. I hate that, so I immediately want that to end. Because she takes a while and it's just slow, and no, I really don't like it. I get why it exists, because in the original it was either stay put or do the thing, but we're good. It's good. As we keep running. And that's chapter 6.
Woo. Woo.
Yes. And now we have the castle. Thank God Waterhall's not as bad. Because
Kappa.
Waterhall.
Waterhall's arguably worse in the remake.
Really? You think it's worse?
Oh, well, in a new game file, yeah, maybe a new game plus is not as bad, but on new game, I remember my casual play of this. Waterhall was a nightmare.
Fair enough. So, here we go. We have this guy. Pow. There's a
Yeah.
way you can just dodge his transformation with some swift movements, but, you know, it's less safe.
Yeah, the
So here we
Plaga
go.
enemies where the heads explode, they change as you go throughout the game. So in the village section, they would spawn like this needle arm that swung out and would randomly hit you. The ones here, they will basically turn into suction cups, and they can suction cup themselves to the ceiling and walk across it and then drop down on you. And that's a nightmare for a lot of reasons.
They can also spit acid.
That too, yeah.
Ow.
Nice.
You may have noticed that I skipped the muerte. That's by mashing X, and also it takes a second for the weight to pop in when you do that. But by hitting the weight early, you can get the cannon to just show up. Please don't push me. Thank you.
Yeah, it's another one of those
And then
developer-intended shortcuts.
There we go. Boom. And then the next reload we have here. Ta-da! And this is the third door where it's like, if you go too far, Ashley's captured.
Oh, that was
You
close.
can actually get yourself in a loop here. So that's a thing. Also, did somebody order explosions via catapult?
I think I might have commentators cursed you there.
So
That was
there we
close.
go. Are we gonna
Nailed
get
the
stuck in the
explosion.
loop? Because we can indeed get stuck in a loop. There we go. Please, please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Please. Oh, thank God. All right. Kill everything. And then send Ashley up, as we're going to actually solve a puzzle early. Because we have a rocket launcher, so we can solve it early.
Open it from the other side.
Please don't hit me. So 1, 2. Hooray! Ashley, please open the door. Please open the door. Thank you. Hooray!
That strat was actually not in the run when I was running it, so that's actually my first time seeing that.
Go. I've always done that when because I'm like, oh, they're sitting right there, haha.
Yeah,
and
I did not
so I
know
just
that.
did it.
Very, very cool.
And he's dead.
Well,
Yeah, so if you played the original, you'll remember the Garrador is the blind enemy with the Wolverine claws. And In the New Game Plus, we have a rocket launcher, so we don't really care how scary they can be.
Not only a rocket launcher with cat ears.
Yeah, true.
Although
Much
the cat
scarier than just a
ears-
regular rocket launcher.
It should be noted that the cat ears don't give infinite rockets. That's a purchasable item for 2 million pesetas.
Oh,
True.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the infinite rocket
Yeah.
launcher is its own separate item, but you get infinite ammo with the cat ears for every other weapon.
Okay.
Except
I-
for grenades.
The grenades and the Chicago sweepers also, I think, an upgrade.
Yep.
A final upgrade, like the final ticket upgrade for it.
And now the only instance of when we use a pistol here, which is just to hit those 3 and then go back to the rocket launcher, grab the sword. Leon will be like, "Hey, Ashley will be like, please don't leave me," and it's like, I'm in a locked room, but okay.
So, fun fact about this puzzle: for the golden sword is the only one where the cursor isn't already automatically over the sword. For the rest of them, you can just kind of spam X. Well, I guess for that one that was weird, but normally you could just spam X and the game will auto-select the correct sword for that particular slot. It's kind of a weird. I don't know if that was like an intentional thing from the devs, but yeah, they made that happen.
Hang on.
Oh, that's so nice having that door open right there.
Before, isn't it?
Yep.
Guess we just circled
And
around.
then our friendly neighborhood Ramon Salazar mocks us.
Not this.
Although I don't know how he knows we're here because there's no cameras.
Do we think the
Power
rocket
up.
launcher could have cued him?
True.
Maybe.
Hears explosions
So-
and he goes, "Oh, they're in the water hall now."
Also, are there any flans? Maybe flans. Are there any fans of Flash Gordon? Because Flash, savior of the universe.
Wow.
Shout out to Pale Bunny for that one. She requires that I do that every time I flash grenade, which I have never done.
Well, I hope they're very happy to have gotten their wish finally.
Oh, good dodge.
Ooh.
See,
Oh no.
even on New Game Plus with an infinite rocket launcher, Waterhall sucks.
Yep. Now, fun fact about flash grenades. Don't activate the wheel after you throw it, because it won't affect them. It's great. Not salty about that at all either.
No.
Yeah, that is a very weird. I'm pretty sure that's a bug because that doesn't seem like something that they would intentionally design. Yeah. So
And
I had
then
a
you want
one.
to.
Come on.
Oh, god.
Oh, you want to send Ashley up first because you have more than enough time before they grab her to finish yours. You just have to wait for Ashley, obviously. They don't also follow you up here, which I also thought was very weird.
You gonna be okay?
Oh, hi.
I can't get over the Ashley screaming in the background and Leon just going, "Come on."
There we go.
So yeah, fun fact: this part right here is the entire reason why you can't do this run knife only. Because Resident Evil very famously has the ability to beat every game knife only. But this part right here actually prevents it. So all the knife only runs really have to be knife and pistol only because there's no way to actually like complete this part without using a pistol.
Dang.
Yeah. There's also there's another part too. Well, there's the boss fight, right, with the cannon. So
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that didn't think of that. So those two parts.
so it's called low percent this time around.
My favorite pistol, the RPG-7.
Okay, get back here.
All right. And now
Unlike
we're
the
gonna lose
original.
Ashley for about 5 minutes.
Oh yeah,
Ish.
she leaves us here.
Yes. One of the things that I like is that Sadler's not following you around. He's communicating to you through the Plogus, which I thought was a nice touch.
Agreed.
So there we go.
Well,
Yeah,
we're
this-
sending
If you actually
Ashley
pay
away.
attention to Leon, he'll hold his spine every time, which is a nod to the original, because every time you would catch Ashley, there's a big dramatic, like, ow, my spine thing. So they do have a little nod to that as well. Alright.
So yeah, this cutscene right here that we're skipping is where Ashley leaves us because she gets Sadler takes control and puts a knife up to her throat and then moves her back through a door where the gate closes, and that way you can separate them. So it forces you to go through the dog maze by yourself, or no, it's not the dog maze. Excuse me.
No,
The,
Dog Maze is after that.
yeah, the dog. I'm mixing up my parts. This is the Red Zealot fight. You have to do this part
Yep.
solo.
And we also lose contact with Hunnigan. Rip contact with Hunnigan. And I get some F's in chat for Hunnigan communication. Please don't touch me.
That's an interesting path around. So yeah, the Red Zealot right here is holding the lantern that we need in order to progress, and annoyingly, he has a ton of health. It is very hard to kill in a new game file. Luckily, Infinite Rocket Launcher makes easy work of that.
Yes. And then we're about to go meet Ada. Because Ada's in the game. Because it's the first
Yay.
time Leon and Ada have seen each other in 6 years.
Also, I love
Hooray.
the nod to the original in the cutscene
Last person I thought
that
I'd
plays
here.
here that we just skipped. The whole you should use knives in close quarters; they're much more effective.
To celebrate
I mean-
meeting up with Ada, do we have time for a quick donation?
Absolutely.
Fantastic, because we have $10 from Wicked Midna, who says, "Who up jottin' they wad? I vote Arju. Good luck, Abby, and GG to Variety and everyone involved in making my fave event, Wrath, happen." And thank you so much for donating $10 to make Arju Jotwad. We also have opened up a new incentive. This time it is a poll for Super Metroid Save or Kill the Animals, a classic. If you want to see us save some animals or leave them behind in the name of speed, be sure to get your votes in on that when you donate.
Hashtag kill the animals.
True.
So
Yeah,
there's a
that's new
chance that
enemy.
I can knock down the weight there with the rocket launcher. Did we get it? No. But it depends where we hit. And then we're going to make this chapter really short because we got shortcuts because explosions. Again, most of the shortcuts that I'm doing can be done in a new game. You just can't do it with rocket launcher, obviously. You can do it with like grenades or what have you. So they're not exclusive to New Game Plus, and they're not exclusive to any percent regular rather than no major glitches, provided I can aim through a hole. Leon, please.
Can't aim through a hole. There you go.
There we go.
Ironically, the one where you got it through is the one where you were actually aiming at the grate.
Come on, game. Really? That should have counted.
Game, no.
I'm just trying to give people more time to donate.
And then,
Yeah, those-
surprise, the other El Gigante. This time they have armor.
Adios, you son of a
They're
bitch.
also dead.
This time they had armor.
Indeed, they
This time
have.
they lived.
Good movie. Everyone should watch that movie.
True. Yeah, a big part of this section is having to avoid the armored El Gigante up on the rafter, but because Abby threw a rocket at him, we're not getting pelted with boulders and whatnot.
Cannon.
going through this part. So this actually is a little bit cozier of a section. Wow, nice shot. But yeah, we're trying to lift this cannon up. The cannon is intended to knock down a door so you can progress to the next area, but every casual player used this cannon to take out that El Gigante their first time around, because he'd be right there.
I mean, to be fair, the game still treats it if you did use the cannon on it, because it does take the, like, it's like, oh, you hit it with a cannonball I shot, and it was like, okay. But obviously we didn't do that. So his injury in his death scene is still the same. But for whatever reason, they're like, no, you cannot rocket this door down. Now, something that I discovered yesterday that I ended up showing Alice is there is a fun thing that can happen here. I call it flash stepping. The community calls it zipping. If Leon doesn't have a weapon in his hand and runs here, he'll zip forward. That happened in my PB. I don't know what's happening with that run for verification at this point, because it's never happened to them before.
That is weird.
Indeed. But it was also the first time that I ever saw it, and then I was like, anybody ever seen that happen? And they were like, oh yeah, that's a zip. And then I was like, oh. And then I was like, hey, this also happened in my PB. In that exact spot, but apparently it can happen anytime you're running on stairs and Leon is switching weapons. So that is a thing. So that's one dog down.
We're going to talk about Abby casually running the wrong way in the maze.
No, we're gonna ignore it for her sake.
And for whatever reason, Ashley won't climb with us, so she's going to be left in the danger zone. But again, she has armor, so she's immortal, but still, she just kind of hangs out in the danger zone the entire time.
Hey, look!
Danger
Light's been
zone.
lowered.
Pride,
Yeah,
are you
me-
on the highway to the danger zone?
I'm always on the highway to the danger zone. It's terrifying here.
Run away. So this is the final door that I'm aware of that Ashley can get captured from, because there's a fun, although it's really hard, because there's a fun little thing that she likes to do here. What we're gonna see is we're gonna see 3 zealots run through the gate. While those zealots are alive, Ashley won't move. So if you were to just run and think everything's fine because she's in the suit of armor, so they're just gonna drop her. No, the game's gonna go, what are you doing? She's captured, because she won't move from that position until they're dead.
Killed
It's
multiple runs of
really
mine.
dumb.
Ooh.
Yep.
So
Luckily,
2
you can
down.
just throw a rocket and take out 2 of them right there, and the last one's behind you, so it's easy enough to deal with them.
But just in case one does get away, that's why I saved this one for the last one, because I can use it sort of as a sniper's nest. And luckily the dogs don't cause her to be bothered, which is great. Huzzah.
Finally get out of this maze.
Yeah, I like dogs too.
Indeed, you do
I like
have
dogs, but
adorable
these aren't-
doggos.
I
Thank you.
like dogs, but these aren't dogs. These are monsters.
True.
Must be this way.
Very true.
Are you okay?
So, here we go. We're gonna start with the hardest one first, and then go to the easiest. Fun fact, if this guy does lower the bridge, reload the autosave instead of going through the mess. So we're just gonna launch a couple of rockets here. There he goes.
Couple.
And then we're gonna run. Fun fact, if he survives and you make it through, he won't lower the bridge.
True. All you have to do is interrupt his animation once, and he won't do it. But that is another one of those shortcuts. I don't know if it's intended by the developers, but you can either use the rocket like that, or you could throw a grenade and stop him that way, and that prevents him from lowering the bridge. And if he lowers the bridge, you have to run down the lower area, up a ladder,
There's some armor
run down that hallway, pull the lever back, and then run back around, all while dodging a billion enemies. It loses multiple minutes if you don't get that. So.
Yep. Which is why it's faster to load the autosave. And then we have lovely Vargas armors. Hope no one's a fan of suits of armor because they're trying to kill us right now. Fun fact, Ashley can actually throw torches down, which will stun them. But obviously, Infinite Rocket.
Nighty-night.
Also, Nighty Night Nights. Also, there's the
Okay.
there's the other reference to him holding his spine. As we go, we're also about to lose Leon here shortly. And head into the Ashley section, which, did you know, has a reference to Resident Evil 3.5? I'll leave it to
What?
chat and the couch to figure out what the spot is.
As somebody who's never played a Resident Evil, I got this.
I'm sure you do.
As someone who's never played a Resident Evil with a 0.5 in the title, I got this.
For reference as to what 3.5 is, it's one of the earlier versions of Resident Evil 4.
Looks like we figured it out.
Because there were 4 versions, technically speaking, because Devil May Cry 1 was supposed to be Resident Evil 4. But Shinji Mikami, the creator of Resident Evil, told Hideki Kamiya, the creator of Devil May Cry and Bayonetta, hey, this isn't Resident Evil enough, let's make a franchise out of this. And then that happened, and then there was another demo called The Hookman, and then there was another demo called Illusion, or was it called Castle? And that's how we got Haunting Ground, because the castle from those previews was used in Haunting Ground, and I think also Clock Tower 3.
Huh. Yeah, you told me about DNC, but you didn't tell me about Haunting Ground.
I mean, Haunting Ground was using an asset for one of the other two. Haunting Ground didn't start as Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
Sorry, I need to go back. There
I was
we
about
go.
to say,
It
it's
is
like, I think you went a
11:04.
little far.
It is 11:04 on assisted and standard, 7 o'clock on the dot for hardcore and professional. We're also skipping a huge part of the Ashley section, by the way.
Yeah, another one of those developer-intended sections, but you're supposed to like traverse through the library to find a clue that tells you what time you're supposed to set the clock to get down here. But of course, we've played the game before, so we know what the time is, so we could just go straight here. It does remove a shortcut from the library that we would get by going through it, but the time save or the time loss is pretty negligible by comparison. So
Didn't I just say I was done?
There we go. 1.
here you got to pull all 4 of these lights while avoiding all of the armor. But luckily, since we're in armor, we are completely unaffected by these. In fact, I don't even think Ashley flinches if she gets hit. I think she just
Nope.
kind of shrugs it off.
Yep, she just tanks it and goes. But if she wasn't in the armor, it'd be a one-hit kill.
Yep.
And as for how the golden guy gets through all the frozen armors, who knows? Semantics, whatever. Magic.
Heck?
So now we
gathering?
have... Sure. So now we have all of these. Put them in order. Also, I can throw another fun Capcom fact for you. Did you know that the voice actor who did Dimitri from Darkstalkers is also Link from Ocarina of Time?
What?
As we're running back here.
That's a
It
Capcom
all
and a
goes
Nintendo
back
reference.
to Jotwad.
Did you also know that Capcom made 3 Legend of Zelda games?
Okay. Good nights.
Does
Love that you can see the
Does
inside of her
Okami
her
count?
armor plating here.
Okami is not... That, I mean, if Okami counted, that would be 4.
Okay, so they made 4. Got it.
Yeah.
I am very
Chat.
glad that someone in chat called out Ocarina.
Can you name the 3 Legend of Zelda games that Capcom developed?
Mario teaches typing. Mario teaches typing 2. Ocarina of Time.
And Typing of the Dead.
Ocarina of Time, sorry.
Ocarina of Time.
No, no, and no.
Oh, man. I should have said Mario teaches typing 3.
One guess says Four Swords Adventure, and one more.
Somebody's got it in chat, by the way.
Big Orcrist saying Ages, Seasons, and Minish
Nice.
Cap.
Correct.
Orcrist Arena of Time.
As we keep running. We're
Shout out
almost done
to
with the Ashley section.
shout out to this Ashley section being so much better than the original. The original Ashley
Yes.
section was awful, and this one is so much better. So big improvement over the original.
Indeed. Fun fact, did you know that Ashley's original voice actress is Sandy Cheeks from SpongeBob?
True story.
That is a fun fact.
So all they had to do was say something bad about Texas, and they would have been screwed without Leon's help.
Leon! Now I need a mod that just replaces all of Ashley's voice lines with Sandy Cheeks' voice lines.
Either that or not let Ashley hibernate for winter.
Yeah.
Hey Sadler, who am I?
Stupid?
No, I'm Texas.
What's the difference?
I, again, have not played a Resident Evil before. This sounds like believable Resident Evil 4 original dialogue.
Yeah, that line actually originally comes after Nighty Night Nights.
Oh, yes.
Actually, that line, well, fine, whatever.
So yeah, this is the Novi Ballroom. It sucks. I hate this room so much. It sucks even on New Game Plus.
Yep.
So gotta pull these 2 switches in order to open the store fully, and that's how we can get into the double Gyarados room, which also sucks.
And not so much on New Game Plus.
New Game Plus, it's a lot easier, but
It can be annoying because enemies can still move.
yeah.
What was I going to say more about facts? Oh yeah, Code Veronica was originally supposed to be Resident Evil 3, but Sony put the kibosh on that because apparently Capcom signed a contract with them saying, hey, we're getting 3 mainline Resident Evil games. Although, to be fair, every Resident Evil is a mainline Resident Evil game because they're all canon, except for Gun Survivor 2.
I've never
Fun
heard of
fact.
Gun Survivor 2.
Gun Survivor 2 is a very, very bad light rail shooter that don't play it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, Umbrella Corps is not canon, or Operation Raccoon City.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Actually, no. Apparently, Umbrella Corps is canon, apparently.
What?
But Operation Raccoon City is not.
Yeah, Operation Raccoon City. They kill Leon Kennedy, so not exactly canon to the story.
Well, they also have the choice of letting him live.
True, but your objective is to kill Leon Kennedy. So, but yeah, Operation Raccoon City is also a terrible game. So, nice grab.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the double Gyarados room. It's a market improvement over the original. It's a lot tougher, but it's also I think a much more dynamically interesting fight because you have to juggle 2 blind Gyarados that can just like thrust stab you, while also dealing with a bunch of sighted enemies that can run and grab you, and you have to avoid them while not making a lot of noise by sprinting. It's challenging. It's fun, but it's challenging, and on professional, it's horrendously bad.
Very nice sticking the landing there.
Talk about sticking the
Talk about
landing.
sticking the landing. It's funny because he got stabbed. So Ashley's now giggling endlessly. So Alice and I are going to be doing the commentary for the rest of the run.
Oh, I get it. Sticking the landing.
Sticking the landing.
Of course, they take out the comedic bit where where Salazar is listening for Leon's, where's the satisfying sound of one's bones crunching, and shoots the thing and then sends the Verdugo to kill Leon. That's not in this game, so it's really weird how we get to the Verdugo fight.
But you'll know it when we get there if you played the original.
Oh god.
Ooh.
I'm dying.
Don't do that.
On New Game Plus.
Don't worry.
That's not good for your health.
Yeah, these Nobis hide in the water, and they can kind of spring up on you. If you know what to look for, you can actually deal with them pretty easily. But like right before they attack you, but it can. If you're going through on your first attempt, you're gonna get whacked just without knowing what's going on, and it's a little bit frustrating on your first go.
Go. Again,
give me a
Leon
break.
doesn't have the suppressant yet, so he's slowly being possessed because he hasn't met with Lewis. That's some separate ways stuff, because that's what Ada's doing in the castle, gathering the supplies to make the suppressant. As we continue here, merchant office there. Do not hit X here, otherwise he will read the note. Very bad.
Reading.
Reading in my speed run.
What is this? A text adventure speedrun? Or a light novel speedrun? Or what it... Right, yeah. Visual novel.
So this
Words.
is the Verdugo
Oh, yeah.
fight.
Pay no attention that it looks like a certain Ridley Scott movie creation.
So, little fun fact about this section, about the lore of it. Verdugo is, they actually gave him a backstory in the remake. I don't think he had a backstory in the original, aside from being just a freak creation of Umbrella Corp. But in the remake, Verdugo is
Umbrella's
actually...
dead at this point, Dane. It's not a creation of Umbrella.
Well, okay. You know what I mean. The point being that there's actually a backstory to Verdugo now, and that is that Verdugo was Salazar's butler before he converted was transformed into that freak that we just killed. And yeah.
Yep, he does a bunch of research and also turns the housekeeper into the U3.
Yep. Which we don't meet in the main game. We only meet him in the Separate Ways DLC.
Yep. Which was a nice touch.
It was a nice touch. I'm glad we finally actually got to fight him, because I was very disappointed that they removed that from the main game, but then they made him like the big baddie in Separate Ways, which was good.
And there we go. Time for chapter 11.
Leon's bankrupt?
Oh,
Good one.
nice.
Oh, it took a second.
Come for the speed runs. Stay for the financial advice.
Remember to
I was
do
gonna
your
say stay
taxes
for the
quarterly
jokes, but
to stay financially solvent.
What's in it for you?
Also, I think
So-
story-wise, this is probably where the remake deviates the most from the original, because by this point in the original, Lewis is actually dead. Sadler killed him, but Luis is still with us in the remake, and spoiler alert, he is not going to make it out of this game. But they gave him a very different death in this one, and I think it was a much better, much more fitting
Yes.
death for the story, because in the original it didn't really make a lot of sense. But it also lets you co-op him co-op this fight with him, which is convenient. Double kill, nice.
I very
Nice.
genuinely thought he was going to run straight into that rock fall and just die. And that's what we were leading to.
It's much more fitting death. He just runs headfirst into a rock.
So yeah, we're skipping a bunch of stuff thanks to the rocket launcher. You're supposed to go get dynamite, and also you're supposed to do this fight. There we go. Also, we meet a character much earlier in this
those
game
things
now.
cooped up down here, too?
So yeah, this is where the game kind of like
Underground here is
really
secret.
changes.
See, this is where they discovered
In terms of
this
things, but
premise.
also chat.
Served
I
inside
hope you
ancient
like
puzzles
thrill
and
rides.
Of course they did.
Hope you like thrill
Couch,
rides.
do you like thrill rides?
I
Disney
love
World.
Oh,
thrill
I
rides.
love thrill rides.
Disney World?
Close.
So I have to tell this story because this is great. So in the original, the minecart section, there's a little glitch you can do in the original game called Ditman, which actually lets you get out of bounds here in the original game, and you can just kind of run through the minecart section. Can't do that in the remake, unfortunately, but it does mean that we get to do this this thrill ride.
Speaking of Ditman, Capcom actually has a little nod to it. The Striker Charm, which increases our speed by 8%, is that nod. However, it's a pain to get it as Leon because you have to go
Oh,
through
yeah.
the gotcha system, whereas Ada only has to pay 100,000 for setup.
You know how I got the Striker Charm for setting up my New Game Plus file? I opened up-
used console commands.
I opened up Cheat Engine. I found the value for the gold tokens, and I gave myself 100,000 gold tokens and just started spamming them. It took me
Okay,
10
not exactly
minutes.
how I thought.
It took me 10 minutes to do that. But I got it eventually. It took a long time, but I got it.
There we go. So yeah, you can tip over and die if you're not leaning correctly. Also, I love how Lewis goes, "Do you see any other way?" And I'm like, well, this had to be built somehow, so I presume we could have like ran across them the whole time. Granted, there's this spot where we get launched, but still. you
Well,
would
the
think there
presumption
was
is that
some-
there used to be a section of rail there, but it somehow got destroyed, and that's why it becomes a thrill ride.
Can I just say that with the proliferation of extremely dangerous roller coaster like minecarts in every media, I like the idea that we live in the one reality where minecarts are boring.
I don't like this reality anymore.
Oh yeah, a fun other little thing. The game gives you a red 9 here to and with infinite ammo to use for this part, because if you if you had a limit on ammo, you could soft lock this section. And what's funny is they give you the red 9 whether or not you have the red 9 in your inventory proper. They just that's the default weapon they use here. They don't let you use whatever weapon you normally have. It's you use the red 9.
I'm pretty sure this is Lewis's specific gun, and he hands it to you. That's why.
But they don't show
Lore
that.
reason?
That's the thing.
Sir, just getting started.
And it's the same gun that you can obtain in the game through normal gameplay.
True.
They just needed one animation of you yanking it out of his waistband.
So
Animation.
the reason I'm ignoring all the enemies here is because Lewis will take longer to get in here. It's really dumb. Lewis, get up here.
Yeah, this part is a little bit of RNG with how long it takes Lewis to run past everybody.
But also, if you like fight the enemies, he'll do like a little prayer before jumping in, and it's like, stop it. So here we go.
Part 2 to the
All right,
thrill
so
ride.
Yep, part 2, where we have to deal with the Chainsaw Man, and I'm pretty sure, lore-wise, the game does not assume that you ever kill Dr. Salvador, so it's the same chainsaw guy from the beginning of the village siege all the way through. Because why else would Leon go end the line? Let's see if we can make him say the line, shall we?
I hope it's everyone. So you can
Wow,
either shoot
aim.
the enemies here, or you can keep missing like Abby does and shoot the cart instead. Eventually, if you shoot the cart enough times, it'll break and kill the enemy, but it is faster to just shoot the enemy instead.
I like
Hit
that
them-
shooting
hit them
a
once.
cart with a handgun makes it explode.
Well, it doesn't really explode. It more like disintegrates, and that makes a little bit more sense. It is moving on wheels, so. Ooh.
So there's the chainsaw man. If you can hit the red barrel, it damages his cart really, really, really badly.
Or you can shoot the rock in front of it.
Well, no, that's not the right one. That's a completely that one's to stop us from dying.
True.
So yeah, in about 2 hits he'd kill us, unless depending how much damage we've taken. Those two, he's gonna pop back up, as well reload. There we go.
Nice.
He said the line.
He
chat.
said the line.
Oh, Cheetah, no.
He said the line. End of the line.
Expletive.
Expletive. End of the line. Expletive. All right, so
And then conveniently, this falls just short of being able to destroy our path completely.
True. Now, Abby, I do have a question for you. Is there any way for us to see where they dug up the bugs?
Yeah, right here.
Oh, you can see where they dug up the bugs. Okay, cool, excellent.
Yeah. Welcome to the Novistador lair. In the original, it's in the ballroom. In this game, it's right here. Or the Novistador hive. Lair, hive, what's the difference? There isn't one. It's a place that you don't want to be.
Pretty sure it's a hive because a lair is something that like an evil villain would have.
I suppose.
I was trying to figure out why I still wanted tacos, and then I remembered the Del Taco fight.
In case anybody is like confused about that, he's called Del Lago because Del Lago is Spanish for of the lake. But of course, Del Lago sounds like Del Taco, so we all call him Del Taco in the community. Oh, the flashing receive ammo prompt. That was weird. So yeah, this is
And
where
now we have to wait for Lewis.
yeah, we have to wait for Lewis, but it's okay because this is the last time we'll have to wait for Lewis ever.
Indeed. And while we wait for him, let's kill this hive.
What he
we
said
are-
ever was so ominous.
Ever. I did that on purpose.
While we are waiting for Lewis and killing a hive, do we have time for a quick donation?
Absolutely.
Fantastic, because we have $10 from Renegade Boss, who says, lol, get jotwadded, Arju. That is another $10 for making Arju specifically jotwad. We're at $20 out of 50 for that goal. We also, it is worth mentioning, this is our final run to put your hat in the ring to win the Knights of Hollowness art print by Little Tuffy. It is gorgeous. You can see the image on the Rapid Fire 2024 schedule. So if you like Hollow Knight, it's only $10. You just donate and select that prize. And while you're at it, you can vote to save and kill the animals and try to make Arju Jotwad.
Do it. I don't know what jotwadding is, but do it.
Jump off
That
the
was-
watchtower and die.
An incredibly fast fight.
Yeah, that was so clean.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So yeah, they in the
Oh.
original when you meet Krauser here, it's a big series of QTEs, but in the remake they actually made it a real fight, and you are forced to use knives only for the fight, which is, for better or worse, there's pros and cons to it, but There's a little bit of challenge and a little bit of strategy you have to implement there, or unless of course you're on New Game Plus and you're using the strongest knife available and you just stab them over and over, finish the fight in 3 seconds.
Yep. Also, I let the cutscene play where he kills Lewis, which is why you saw Lewis, like, cough up blood. Because
I
was
will.
like,
Go
why
ahead.
not?
I'll quote Leon from the original. Yes. No. Oh. I got Discord like cut out almost all of that, but still.
Discord did not enjoy that.
Yeah, Discord did not like that.
As someone who Discord really does not enjoy when they get more energetic, I feel
You, you know who else really didn't like that? Lewis.
Lewis didn't like that either.
So yeah, the statue returns. You can blow it up before, and it'll spew fire at you. But if you kill it, you're fine. And now we're going to climb the tower. A lot of enemies in our way. Yeah, of course you're gonna grab me. Why wouldn't you grab me?
Yep.
Get thrown, nerd.
The final siege before we actually fight Salad Bar directly. This part is an improvement in general over the original, but there's some stuff in this section in the remake that's a real pain in the butt. For instance, this statue. Luckily, in New Game Plus, it's inconsequential because you can just launch a rocket at it. But that statue's a nightmare.
I mean, you can also shoot the explosive barrel in the back, which will stop you from catching on fire. But
I'm thinking of my casual playthrough.
Fair.
Wait. Hold on, one step back. Did you call him Salad Bar?
Yes.
Or am I just hungry? Okay.
No, so his name is Ramon Salazar, but of course, like Del Taco, we have to make a food reference, so we call him Salad Bar.
Okay.
Resident Evil runners hungry.
Grab the lever, grab the lever, grab the lever, grab the lever.
Somebody feed the Resident Evil runners.
How thoughtful.
So, fun little thing here. If you get there fast enough after pulling the lever up top and then pull the lever down on this platform, you can actually send a rolling rock down the stairs and can hit the red zealot. That is a tremendously helpful thing to do because the red zealot would turn all of these guys into Plagas and make your life considerably harder. That is one of the coolest minutes that they found very early on.
Nice.
Yes. Also, it allows, like, it'll screw Leon, right? Please tell me you're dead. Damn it!
Oh, darn. And you face tanked the rocket. Very good.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
They changed that part too. So the original, you had 2 enemies on the platform with you. They would stop, but the remake made it so that only one has to land on the platform in order to make it stop lifting upwards. I don't know why they changed that, but it is annoying because it means in order to optimize this section, you have to basically make sure that absolutely nothing lands on this platform with you at any point.
Yes. Double checking, making sure that guy is dead. We should be fine from this point out. Woo!
GG's.
There we go.
Yeah, there's another red zealot here, although he's dispatched pretty quickly with the rocket launcher.
Again, they screw with Leon's head, which allows you to not move. Ada also suffers through that. Although Ada only ever has to deal with 1, Leon has to deal with 3.
True. And it makes the screen blurry.
The screen blurry? I never noticed that it makes the screen blurry.
It makes the screen blurry for like a second. It's not very long, but it is just like a visual effect that they try to implement. Whoa! Try to implement. Don't necessarily run off the rafters. I'm just saying.
But it will be fun.
It will kill you.
Okay, good point. Although I don't think you can run off. Again, if you run here, you'll fall to your death.
But the drama of
so
pretending that you do. Yeah, if you sprint across those boards, the boards will actually break, so you have to walk slowly across them. You can kind of quasi run across them, but you have to do it a certain way, and it's just easier to walk.
There we go, and he's dead.
Salad bar down.
Bye, Salad Bar.
I like that it's
Also-
not a giant flower that eats him and turns him into a monster.
Oh yeah, it was a wall enemy in the original game, but then this one they made it a flying enemy, which is kind of an interesting change. They also left the dialogue from the original almost nearly intact from the original game. The whole
Yes.
Hollywood movie thing, which was such a weird conversation.
I'll make you an extra in my script.
Through your own actions, Mr. Kennedy.
Indeed.
But yeah, that's castle done. Now we're heading to Island.
Closer.
Indeed.
Taking her.
And Island is well, I guess
A bit
Village
of a
would technically
pain.
be. Well, I was gonna say technically Village would be like the shortest time-wise, but Island is got the fewest number of chapters because there's only 4 chapters in Island.
Yeah. But it is a bit longer.
Yeah.
Because you gotta kind of like wait for Mike and so on and so forth. But I still
Oh.
think this is the longest.
Perfect.
Also, shoutouts to hardcore and professional difficulties adding some of the Plogonites in that hallway for no reason. Just randomly added Plogonites in that hallway. It made no sense.
Artificial difficulty.
Yeah.
All right, are you all ready to see a pain skip? Because we're in Spain without the guests.
Ah.
Are you all ready for that? Because
I'm ready.
Yeah.
it's going down.
I'm ready to be in Spain without the A.
You ready to spin?
I'm
So yeah,
very
this
Why
is
are
a
you
new
ready
thing.
to-
This is a new thing from the original. These laser turrets that these were not in the original game. This was like a modern day Capcom invention. But you have to run up, push the button like behind the turret in order to get the laser fan to kind of shift over. But there's a way to skip it that Abby's going to go for. It's tricky, but you can actually get past the laser if you can manipulate this guy into the right spot. You can actually get the turret to hit him instead of you, but it is very difficult. So let's
It
see.
really depends if he's gonna walk forward or not.
Yeah, he's okay. There we go.
Come on.
And nice. Oh, got it. Nice.
Nice.
Jeez. Yeah,
Yes.
that happened pretty quickly. That's actually a very tough skip to pull off. I've never really been able to get that consistent. I can get the one in separate ways better, but it's still like very tough. So GG's.
So, chat, couch, host. I have a theory about the cowmen and the boarmen, and I want to see what your interpretation is. I think they're genetically enhanced humans combined with the animal that their head is.
I reject the
Thoughts,
theory.
Feelings.
Could we go with the Greek explanation, which I cannot elaborate on because I am on host mic?
I am going
That took me
to
a sec.
I'm going to just reject the theory outright. I think it's a mask.
Where they keeping Ashley?
Okay. The reason I think that they're genetically modified is because they don't speak. Because all the other Ganado and whatnot speak, but they just grunt and roar. So that's why I think they're like fused with Plagas and fused with human and animals.
Oh, so grunting and roaring doesn't
science.
count as speaking anymore?
Okay.
Yeah, you're being gruntist and roarist right now.
Counterpoint. Could they be very dedicated furries?
Oh, canonically that would be better. All right, so we've got about 3 minutes of Abby giggling before she'll be able to speak again. So.
So, Dane, how you doing?
Pretty good, Alice. How are you?
Oh, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good.
For those of
Yeah,
us,
I was watching Abby commentate on this run, but I don't think she can do that right now.
No,
those of
she's
you,
incapacitated. So, Pride, if there's anything you want to read out, now's the good time.
Absolutely. For those of you who just joined us on this 79-person raid, welcome in. This is Rejects and Friends Rapid Fire, raising money for the Planned Parenthood Federation of America. We are currently running through Resident Evil 4 while Abby's Corner tries not to asphyxiate from laughter. We have a $10 donation from Nimbus125, who says, thanks you to all the runners, commentators, hosts, artists, and tech crew for making one of the best events of the year possible. Less than 3. You're all amazing. Also, Arju, if you don't get Jotwad World Record, I'm banning you. Which is a great reminder that we have a incentive open for making our Twilight Princess runners Jotwad mid-run. If you do not know what Jotwad is, please do look it up and be very excited for that. Also, we are $40 of the 50 to getting Arju specifically to Jotwad. Orcrist and Link1183 are still lagging behind there. But get those donations in and make all of our runners Jotwad, please.
Yeah, the only thing better than 1 Jotwad is 3 Jotwad.
Fuck are you?
2 Jotwad is a little bit behind, but...
Yeah.
So are we gonna see the Regenerador, or are you just gonna nuke him automatically?
I mean, I already ran by him. He's still hanging out.
No,
Or are
it's
you
true,
talking
yeah,
about the one in the
he's-
fridge?
Well, there's another one in the fridge, and then we're also gonna see the spiky one coming up soon. That one's fun.
That one's not until chapter 14. Like,
Which is
Did
soon.
they? True.
Not that far away. Anyways.
This one I'm killing because we have to sit here and wait regardless.
Yeah, this was
is
a
not
mean
a-
one because they put you in a very small room with one of these things which can leap at you, and you're on an auto scroller until this bar fills up all the way. Very, very mean, Capcom.
Indeed.
Waiting for Windows 2000 to boot be like,
Right. Oh yeah, we never did get
Oh,
to
hey, he's here.
oh wow, I've never seen him there before. That's interesting.
I've
You
seen
also
him
do it-
down here before.
Well, you also do a different route than I do, so. Yeah, another enemy that we never actually got to talk about, which you'll actually see in that spot in separate ways, is the Plaga that jumps on Aganato's back and like supercharges them, makes them super fast and super aggressive. You get to deal with a bunch of those in separate ways, which is fun. Wow,
We're
you
gonna see
just
them
went
in
for it.
chapter 14. Yeah. Who doesn't love exploding enemies?
So in the new game file, the way you're supposed to do that is you're supposed to get a bioscope that lets you see inside of the Regeneradors. Find the one with the wrench so that you can open this console and fight that one directly while trying to maybe avoid the other ones. But on New Game Plus with an infinite rocket launcher that Abby's going to explode in her own face, we could just get the wrench really easily by knocking them all out of their cryo tanks at the same time.
I don't have the bioscope. I only use a sniper rifle
Well,
for
you were
one thing.
supposed to have the bioscope, but you sold it to the merchant.
Actually, it's sitting in my inventory.
Okay, well, one of those two things was true. I took a guess.
Abby doesn't have a bioscope, she has a rocket launcher.
True. Who needs a
Run.
bioscope when?
You can just blow everything
Bioscope
up.
rocket launcher when?
That seems unnecessary. Yeah, we're finally gonna
It's
reunite
true,
with
it is
Ashley after.
RNG manip because we're lowering our DA every time we hit ourselves with the rocket launcher.
True.
It in a way that is true, but it's also irrelevant when you have a rocket launcher. So yeah, how many chapters was that we were not reunited with Ashley?
Let me see. 10 to 13.
10 to 10 to 13. Yeah. So a big chunk of mid game is spent without her.
We're now up to chapter 14 of me still not being used to Leon's eyes.
True. Granted, we have been staring at the back of his head this whole time. This is Leon's Dante cosplay.
Pretty much a master
DMC Dante specifically. with the
Yeah,
black
yeah.
hair.
I have some new goods that might interest you.
Actually, it would make a lot of sense if Capcom specifically made this a reference to DMC Dante.
We
Oh yeah,
just
fun
need
fact. There used to be a skip in this spot in the 1.0 release of the game that was pretty much only really doable on PC. You could do it on console, but it was a lot harder. Where if you take the sniper scope, you push yourself up against the doors back there, the gate. You can actually clip yourself through the door by interacting with the lock on the other side of it, and that skips the entire crane section. That's about like a 10-minute time save.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a huge time save, but they patched it out in a later patch. Thanks.
That's
Capcom.
tragic.
And it's very funny how they patched it because they figured out what they did. They just put joints on all the doors.
Ashley,
Yeah.
All they did.
Where are you going?
But since we can't do that anymore, we have to run through this area and do the whole, crane section and everything before it.
I mean, you could down patch and do any % rather than no major glitches.
True. But also, like,
Which
it's
I
really only
have
worth
the
it to do that on
ability to
PC.
do.
we go at the
I
same
mean, there's
time,
still the
yeah?
church skip.
Oh god, church skip is so funny. It's a bummer we couldn't show that one off. Yeah, church skip lets you go out of bounds and you just leave Ashley in the church and run, and eventually she'll catch up with you.
Smells pretty bad. You okay?
Yeah.
Besides,
Pull the
glitches
lever.
are cheating. If you cheat, it's not a real speed run.
Yeah. Thanks.
So here we have the Iron Maiden, who we're not really going to see. We're going to run past him.
Get back!
And then it's like, Ashley comments about bringing it. So while he's transforming, because he is transforming, we're going to solve this by pulling the lever, wrong lever. Of course, I made an Emperor's New Groove joke.
Wrong lever!
Wrong lever. I would just like to make it known that I was going to make an Iron Maiden joke, and then swiftly realized I know exactly 0 Iron Maiden songs. And then thought of one and realized that's a Megadeth song. So, that's where I'm sitting right now. How's everybody else doing?
I was gonna say you can make a Saw reference, but that's even better. Yeah, this part you're
Alright.
separated from Ashley, and as soon as you pull this lever, some Ganados are gonna run in, so you gotta make sure they die, or they're gonna grab her. I mean, they're not gonna grab her on New Game Plus, but they need to go anyway.
I see in chat, and yes, you are correct. They did do Rainmaker.
I
may
think
or
they're
may
dead,
not be
Abby.
a big fan. No,
I
no, no,
think
no,
they're-
no. I gotta make sure there's 4 of them dead because once I start moving, he's not saying the line. He's not. Oh no. Oh no, they're not dead. They're not dead because he didn't say the line. Oh no, this could be bad. This could be good or this could be bad.
will be
But
fine.
there's 4 of them, and sometimes Leon will say the line, "Are you okay?" And she'll go, "Yeah," and that's usually the signifier that they're all dead. It looked like they were all dead, but he didn't say the line, or at least I didn't catch him saying the line.
I didn't hear
I
it,
didn't see it.
but didn't matter.
Anyway,
We,
Ashley's gonna
through.
send him. You know what? Let's watch Ashley do this for the content.
I would have loved for Capcom to have coded in like a Wile E. Coyote kind of thing, where he like stands there midair for a second, looks down, then looks up, and like waves by and then falls. That would have been incredible.
Items in stock. Come take a look.
And then all we have to do is run straight to the whatchamacallit, and then we're good. Kill these 3. We're eventually going to kill the arena, but first those 3 hit the wall. You can do it with heavy grenades and whatnot. You don't necessarily have to have a rocket launcher. Again, everything that I'm doing can be done in New Game. It's just you got to do it with different things. Okay, we're good. We're just
Slower thing.
I'm sorry, but the vendor, the voice of the vendor slowly fading out. He's like, "I've got new items in stock. Come take a look." Is very funny to me.
I got some
No
new
pride.
items in stock.
Slash-
Oh, okay,
slash
never mind.
Couch slash chat. What nationality do you think their accent is? And what nationality do you think the actor is? I'm
Well,
curious.
the merchant in this one is Australian, is he not?
I think you might have found your calling.
What
No, that's a Canadian.
That's very. It's very.
Well-
I don't know what nationality it is, but it's giving Kano from the Mortal Kombat movie.
So
Yeah.
you also thought Australian. Yeah, no, that's a Canadian doing the voice of.
Well, I meant the
merchant.
accent from the merchant, not like what's the nationality of the merchant, not the actor. But yeah, I knew he was Canadian. It sounds like an Australian accent to me, but people also said the original
Yeah.
merchant sounded Australian, and I thought he sounded like Cockney, so I don't know.
First, we have to make it.
Well,
out here.
the original merchant is also
No fun.
Canadian.
True. Paul Mercier is Canadian.
I'm just saying it's giving very. Oh, I've memorized all your moves, sweetheart.
Also,
Okay, now.
I hate the new merchant so much. The original merchant's so much better.
Sadler,
Go.
you bastard.
So Ashley's kidnapped again.
Again,
Indeed.
we'll get her back. Don't worry.
We're just gonna ignore everything as what.
No, you're not.
I
You're
said
gonna
we
get
were going
grabbed.
to ignore everything. Thank you. We're about to head into the Krauser fight. Krauser, of course, is the best character that was introduced in this game. Fun fact: the Dark Side Chronicles Operation Javier thing is canon, because it's mentioned throughout this fight. I'm surprised they didn't add it as like a DLC for this or anything, as a bonus. Wesker is also far more active in the remake versus the original. In the original, he's just sitting in his mystical computer futuristic chair. In this game, he's actually moving out and about. But that's separate ways business.
I would also like to point out that at the very beginning of this run, Abby said, "We're never going to talk to the merchant. We're never going to see him. We're never going to speak to him."
Yeah.
And right before this section, what did she do? She went to the merchant with her little broken body armor and her little broken knife and said, "Mr. Merchant, will you please fix my things, ooh-woo?"
She had to throw the uwu in there to convince him.
Go with your
Mhm.
And when I approach Kano in a trench coat and ask him to fix my thing to woo.
Yeah, Abby threw a bunch of rockets. I have to talk through this because she is now rendered incapacitated. She threw a bunch of rockets there to blow up some turrets and some laser trip mines that are kind of blocking the path. So all those rockets were actually very specifically placed to be able to just run through that section very quickly.
I love just watching the blood spray out of Leon and not even flinch. It's great.
True.
That's why I have the body armor.
Thanks to Uwu, Mr. Merchant.
I'd be dead if I kept listening to people like you.
Yeah, this final section right here is like the last siege before Krauser transforms, and yeah, you want to run back there because getting through there without getting hit is kind of a non-starter. So you have that section, then there's the fight that you do here. This is sort of like the midway point fight in the original game. Luckily, there is a manip that we can do on New Game Plus to kind of shortcut it. And then he jumps up here and he transforms.
And this is where the knife comes in.
Yep.
Because somehow, by swiping like this, you don't take damage, even if you don't get the ting. It's really weird, but whatever. It works.
Helpful.
Yeah, definitely a developer oversight moment.
Where'd you get the knife?
Him. You get it after you kill him.
But how are you able to use the knife?
Yeah.
New game.
'Cause I thought the knife was broken, Abby.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. We're making fun of it. Now, can I get the No, I didn't get it. There's a way
No.
to one-shot him while he's flipping. It's really cool.
Uh,
Now it's time for chapter 15.
I will
I
say
will not be doing the chapter 15 gun skip.
no.
No,
Why not?
No, it's so bad.
It's terrible. I
Unless
don't
you want
blame
to
you.
be here for the next 6 hours, it ain't happening.
Pretty
Out
sure
of
the other
16
runners would be upset with us if that was the case.
I heard 6 more hours of Abby, so
Ooh, true.
Oh no.
I'm fine with that as long as we get a bathroom break somewhere in there. 6 more hours of the merchants. With 6 more hours, I would be doing my OG merchant impression at some point. So.
What are you buying? Thank you. Got some rare things on sale, stranger.
Not bad. Not bad. Respectable.
I'll buy it at a high price. Stranger, stranger. Now that's a weapon. You know, chat's got a point.
Chad's also got another point.
We do still have open a donation to request context for me being told to be prepared to meet Jesus.
That's true.
All I'm saying is you can support Planned Parenthood and also learn why I was threatened.
why was Pride told to meet Jesus? Only
Be
you can
prepared
find
to
out.
meet Jesus.
Hey, Pride, are you prepared to die today?
I'm always prepared to die.
Damn you!
Speaking of, we have a $10 donation from OG Happy Dude who says, "Hey, it's been about an hour now. No one has asked about it, so here I am. Can we have context on why Abby asked Pride if they wanted to see God?"
No, it wasn't meet God, it was meet Jesus.
It was specifically meet Jesus. The context for those who would like to know, since I don't think we're getting it out of Abby, is apparently a new glitch has been found with the Del Taco fight that you can pull out a different gun, pull out a knife, and then just start walking on water. I was not informed of this before I was asked, "Hey Pride, are you prepared to potentially see Jesus today?"
And then I would like to point out that when I got into the voice call a little bit later, Abby said, "Hey, Dane, did you know you're Leon?" And I said, "What do you mean?" And she said, "So we found a way for Leon to walk on water." And I said, "Oh my God, it's a freaking Jesus joke." Because for those that don't know, I have long hair and facial hair, and I get compared to Jesus all the time.
I can't believe they made a whole Resident Evil game about you.
Resident Evil, my favorite series. Zombie focused. I prefer.
Now I can't get out of my head them having kids play Resident Evil in Sunday school.
Me and Chad just said Resident Jesus.
And so then he said unto us, Gloria a las plagas.
Yelled.
And then he asked where everyone went. Bingo.
As you lay your head to rest, remember, he says unto you, nighty night nights.
So that's Mike.
Can we please get out of the stupid
that was,
wall?
and that cutscene, Mike died. Rip Mike. Can we get
Rip
F
At
in
least it was
chat
by
for
no
Mike?
At least it was by no Vistadors and not a random rocket launcher. I really do like that Novistadors are out of the castle.
Well, I mean, Novis were always in the island in the original.
No, they weren't in the island at all. There are no Novistadors on the island in the original.
In the original? Wait, I thought. Oh,
Nope,
yeah.
only the castle.
I'm mixing up a section that I am thinking was in the island. You're right. I'm mistaken.
I can't get over the image of Leon rolling under that door and just shouting parkour.
Parkour.
I did warn people that this would happen when they asked me to do
Parkour.
Abby warning marathon organizers, hey, just so you know, I might break into like uncontrollable giggle fits at some point during the run, and the organizers saying bet.
Is there anything else we should know about your speedrun submission box?
Actually, yes.
Funny.
Nice. Another face tanking another rocket.
And it still didn't.
Still didn't break the trip mine. Very interesting. You know, you've face tanked a few rockets now. Your body armor's looking a little damaged. I mean,
Is there any
Don't
way?
worry about it.
Is there any way she can fix that, Dave?
there might be a way she could fix that. I don't know. She might have to like do something.
Talk to someone, maybe.
Talk to somebody about it. I'm sure there's somebody out there that can help. You know.
Yeah. Chad, any ideas? Who can help with the body armor?
Yeah, if you have any ideas for how Abby can help fix her body armor, send in a donation and let us know.
Donate to the Planned Parenthood Federation of America. Also, while you're donating, make sure that you take off that raffle for the Knights of Hollowness art print, which will be closing at the end of this run, which is coming up soon. So just a heads up there.
I think Carlos can fix it. Wrong game. So yeah, this part's funny because in any percent, there's actually a way you can do a sniper clip here to do what's called duffel bag skip. So you'll note how Leon is kind of trudging along really slowly. This part takes, is it 2 minutes?
Yeah, 2 minutes.
Yeah, 2 minutes. 2 minutes of walking like this. Well, duffel bag skip somehow breaks this animation so that Leon walks normally, but Ashley's character model is hooked into Leon's hands. So when he walks normally, he walks with his hands by his side, like, you know, so many of us do. And Ashley will, because she's locked to his hands, will kind of like hang there like a duffel bag as Leon's walking.
It is
an incredibly funny glitch. I laughed harder than Abby ever has in my life. When I saw this the first time, but it's also extremely finicky, and for a while it was actually banned in any percent because it was hardware. We thought it was hardware dependent. We've since figured out that it's not. But it's also like a major glitch, so it's very much banned in NMG.
And also it can soft lock you.
That too, yeah, it can soft lock.
We do have a donation answering who can help us with that body armor situation if you would like to hear it.
Oh, yes.
Sure.
Please do.
We have $5 from Bonita Lisa, who says, Muruwuchant.
We have more time for more.
Fantastic, because yeah, I have a $10 donation from Stuckero, who says, "Are you ready to jotwad?" Stuckero also throwing their hat in for that art print and donating to Save the Animals as well. Just a reminder, whenever you are donating, you can select multiple things. You can select both our raffle, our polls, and our current donation targets. So be sure that you are selecting all three of those when you're sending your donation in.
I don't know if chat's been able to tell that I've cried quite a few times during this run. Yes.
I can do you one better.
Got a selection of uwu things on sale, stranger.
I've got a selection of ooh stranger, very rare.
There we go.
Good at that.
Right?
Run.
This is also the final chapter right here.
Yep.
Never
We are in the last little stretch of the game.
Well, we're in
There's
the
still there's still a little bit left. We still got the final boss fight with Sadler, and we've got the jet ski section. But yeah, if there's anything to read, now's a good chance to do it because we're just running to the
Fantastic.
Sadler fight right now.
Yeah, because I have a very special $10 donation from Asuka424 who says, I'm just here for the Abby giggles. Dane's alright too, I guess. Both of you keep being awesome and sending lots of love. Less than 3.
Thank you, Oscar.
Yay.
The duck? Yeah, you
So,
can get
Alice-
hit there pretty easily.
Have I
Yeah.
convinced you to run this game yet?
I may.
So this is the Sadler fight. Sorry, that was the Sadler
Blasphemous
fight.
desecration. Such unfor.
I do like the fact that in the original, Sadler had like a Spanish accent, and in the remake, he has a Boston accent. Like,
It's fine.
it's very weird.
Hey, Dane. Hey,
Yeah.
Dane. I'll give you a holy
Holy
body.
body.
Oh!
Oh, because he poked a hole in.
But yeah, when you're in reset heck for this run, in the opening cutscene of the game, you'll hear Sadler go "sacrificial lamb," and it's just very, very weird to hear Sadler with a Boston accent.
He's from Boston, Spain.
We're not out of here yet.
Yeah.
I packed my can have it yad before coming in.
Excellent, excellent.
Thanks.
So now we're going to go to the left to prevent getting grabbed there. This is also new to the ending. In the ending, there are no these guys.
Oh yeah, that's true. They added that little bit in as a story element that once you've defeated Sadler, they have the Plagas have no connection anymore, so all of the hosts are rendered just useless. And sadly, we don't have
Okay.
Ditman in the remake, so we can't do the Ditman glitch with the jet ski.
Unfortunately not. Do you like thrill rides? Because thrill rides again.
We like thrill rides.
What a thrill.
Yeah, time is going to be coming up at the end of this jet ski section, which should be in about 30 seconds-ish. Maybe a little bit longer than that, but it's coming up quick, so.
I can also do tricks. And somehow Ashley can perfectly hang on.
Okay, how do you do that? Because I've tried to do that, and I don't know what the inputs are.
X. On a controller.
On a keyboard? What would that be?
What is your interaction button? Because that would be it.
Oh, it's interact. Okay. Then, okay, I know how to do it now.
And it
yeah,
gives you 1,000
tried to do that.
seconds.
I don't know how. Yeah, watch for falling rocks.
I love the idea that the priority. I love the idea that the priority on escaping this is tricking off the rails.
It's to avoid the explosions from the island, also to be Sicky Narnar Radbro.
Ashley, hold on.
Time's coming up as soon as we get through, not hitting the rock there, but as soon as we get through this opening.
Time.
Time.
Woo!
Jeez.
We did it.
GG's.
It is done. Ada's got the thing. We don't see the Wesker conversation fully. We get a good song. What was the final IGT? As impeccability happens. And also Hunnigan takes off her glasses. Also, you'll notice the thing about Bingo, which is presumably where the thing about
Just
Bingo comes from.
impeccable.
Yes.
159.
Okay,
150.
Not bad.
My PB is a 146.30 something. 30.
Also,
No, 26.
because Hunnigan took off her glasses, can I say the line?
Sure, say the line.
Hey, Hunnigan, you're pretty cute without your glasses. Give me your number when I get back.
Yes. But yes, that is the run. Hooray!
Hooray!
Uh, Alice, tell the people where they can find you.
Oh, hi, I'm Alice. You can find me at Aliceatwonnderlandgames, all together. It's a really long name, but that's me. Hi.
Yes, she's a fantastic sly runner. Very good sly runner. Will be
Thank
running
you.
at Flame Fatales next month.
Yeah,
Yes.
I like platform speedruns. I run horror games too.
Yes, she is the current world record holder for Rule of Rose.
Woo!
Also, Dane, tell the fine people where they can find you.
Yes, you can find me at twitch.tv/Abby's Corner, trying to make her giggle incessantly on stream. But you can also find me at twitch.tv/Danjerus.
Yes, he is a fantastic first-person shooter runner. He will also be on Hotfix this weekend on Sunday,
On
if I
Sunday,
heard
yep.
that correctly.
I will be on
He is
GDQ Hotfix.
also he is also the co-moderator of Fashion Police Squad, a boomer shooter that is very good and wholesome and not violent at all. If you are looking for a first-person shooter like that. Yes. Also, The King's Pride. Where can the people find you?
Oh, wow. You can find me on twitch.tv/The King's Pride. I do Skyward Sword Randomizer and Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity and Okami speedrunning. And also, you can find me at the greatest social media and the only one that I use, Hanab.live. Anyway, thank you all so much. Thank you, Abby, for a fantastic showcase. That has been me for hosting today and for this event. But you will be able to find me later doing Skyward Sword Randomizer against Tomomodachi. So look forward to that later in the day.
Yes.
And Abby, where can they find you?
You can find me at twitch.tv/Abby's Corner. Yes, doing too much of this because I spent 82 hours over the last 2 weeks
Jeez.
grinding this game.
Y'all go follow Abby. She's great.
Agreed. Go follow Abby.
You can see me giggle for hours on end
Yes.
and whatnot, apparently, as I've been told. But yes, also, no, wait, Pride already. Damn it, I was going to promote your run, Pride. How dare. Beat me to it. But yes, stick around. There are more great runs coming up. Yes.
Right. Thank you so much for that, Abby. We are going to go into another break screen with some lovely music as we wait for Twilight Princess, all fused shadows and all mirror shards versus any percent, with maybe a Jotwad thrown in. We might have met one of those, but once again, that has been me. I am the King's Pride, signing off on host mic. Thank you all very much.